Okay, so we're going to go into management first year. So hopefully all of you have been able to log into MyPack, been able to kind of play around there a little bit, but you should all see when you log into MyPack and go to planning and enrollment, there's different tabs on the left that will say enrollment wizard, degree audit, all of those, a few other options as well. We're going to focus in on the degree audit piece today. So when you go to your degree audit right now, all of you should see a management first year listed at the top of your degree audit. It should be the program that you're currently in and the one you get started in. So all of our Poole College of Management freshmen are placed into this. And this helps you figure out what classes you're going to take that first year. So fall and spring of 22 and 23 to help figure that out. So when you look at your degree audit, you're going to have fall semester listed up on top, and then spring semester is kind of going to be at that second half of the screen. That management first year is really meant to help expose you to the different courses that you can choose to major in, to specialize in, and open up that door for you. Some of you might know what you're interested in right away, and this will be a process for you to confirm that. And some of you are still kind of trying to figure that out, and this will give you an opportunity to take a course in business, which is going to be MIE 201, in accounting and economics in spring semester. So you'll see this come up for you all in the degree audit. When we're looking at the degree audit, you'll see that there's kind of a legend up on the top, but that'll help you figure out what courses are coming in for you to help plan out your future. This is kind of a roadmap figuring out what you need to take, what you are enrolled in, and what you have already fulfilled. So you can see this green check mark is going to show up for anything that you have completed. So if you've brought in proficiency from high school in foreign language, that might be checked off for you. If there's any classes that you're transferring in and that we've already processed, you should see that green check mark noting that in your degree audit. Most of you should be pre-enrolled in MIE 201, or anytime that you are enrolled in a course, you're going to see a yellow diamond like this right here. And so that's going to show how the classes that you're enrolled in are meeting your requirements on the degree audit. So you can see if you are enrolled in MIE 201 for fall, on your degree audit, it's going to show up with this yellow diamond. And any other courses that you enroll in after June 1st, you should also be able to go back to your degree audit and see that the red X has turned into a yellow diamond. The other most common ones are going to be that red X, just showing that we haven't received any record or any information that you've met that, and so you want to plan either to fulfill it or finish transferring credit in, or to register for those classes throughout your time here with us in Poole. And so that red X is going to be a majority of your classes at this point in your academic careers, but we'll help you kind of plan that out. So this is going to be what your first year within Poole College of Management will look like. And then once you are kind of reaching the end of your first year, we'll have the opportunity for you to declare your major. So to move forward and go with either business administration, economics, or accounting. But before that, you can kind of do a what if within your degree audit to test out what some of those curriculums will look like. So we've got you right now in that management first year, just kind of testing out the fall and spring semester with us. If you go to your degree audit, you should be able to see a create what if report on the top right, like you can see right here. And you can choose any major within NC State, but specifically when you're looking about declaring your major, you'll be able to pull up business administration, accounting, economics, and then rather than just seeing that first fall and spring semesters worth of classes that you'll need, it'll kind of give you the entire roadmap for all credits that you'll need at NC State. So all of our degrees are 120 credits, and you'll be able to kind of boil that down to the first 15 or 30 within that management first year. When you're looking at the entire degree, it's going to show everything you need for your major, for any concentrations. But that what if report is really nice as well, because you'll be able to test out if you want to consider any minors, if that's something you're interested in, you'll be able to pull up a degree audit that says what courses you would need for that minor. And so that's something that I just wanted to emphasize with you guys today. Any questions real quick about that piece? Okay. And we'll have time for questions later on as well. Just wanted to open that up. But another piece of our degree audit that I want to emphasize, is when we're looking at fall semester and spring semester here, for example, you see a lot of areas that will say requirement details. On your end, it'll probably just say details or requirement. But what that entails, or what that means, is that when you're looking at these requirements, there's a couple options for how you can fulfill it. So you've got a little bit more choice there. So if we're looking at fitness and wellness, for example, it doesn't list an exact class like it does under M100. It kind of leaves that open. It leaves that open. And then on the right, there's this requirement details button. So if you were to click on that requirement details button, it's going to give you a list of courses that'll fulfill that requirement. So if you click on humanities, it'll give you a list of all the humanities courses that are available to fulfill that requirement and help you kind of narrow down what you want to do to fulfill that requirement. The most common ones with those options are going to be your humanities courses, your additional breadth courses, interdisciplinary perspectives, and natural science. Because within Pool, we're not going to make you take a specific humanities or a specific natural science. You'll have a lot of options in how you want to fulfill those requirements. So that's something that you can think about as you're looking at classes for fall. If you're planning to do a natural science, if you're planning to do a humanities, you can use those details buttons to see what you could take to fulfill that and what options you have. So that's one thing that I kind of want to hit home today. I also want to mention, there's kind of a note here about if you're transferring in AP credit, if you're transferring in courses from other universities, they should show on your degree audit as CR if it's AP credit, if you've gotten that test credit, and it should show TR or T and then the letter grade if you've transferred that from another institution. So it'll still have that green check mark showing it's met, but that'll just be where instead of like a letter grade falls in, it'll have those abbreviations there just so you know how that's pulling in. Any questions about that? Or anything any advisors want to add? Okay, I'll keep moving along. So we touched base on the what if degree audits and how those will pull up. If you've transferred in a lot of credits and you do have a majority of the management first year fulfilled, like the fall semester that pulls up and that spring semester that pulls up, you can use a what if degree audit to give you a little bit more option if you want to. That's something that you can kind of preview and see, oh, if I do go down business admin, this is a course that I could take that I haven't fulfilled yet. So that's another benefit of having that what if report available to you. One other thing with our degree audits, you'll see once you go into degree audit, whatever plan that you have pulled up is going to have a box right here that you can check or uncheck that has include planned courses. So hopefully when you've been going through that class of 2026 onboarding springboard, you will see information about how to use your pack planner, how to play around with kind of planning out either a semester or your entire 4 years if you'd like. But that pack planner, once you've got a course planned for the future, noted in pack planner, if you have this checked, it will show up in your management first year or whatever degree audit's pulled up as a blue star. And that blue star is just going to note that you have planned for the course, you've got a plan for it, but you haven't enrolled, you haven't taken it. That way, when you're using Pack Planner, when you're thinking about those future semesters, you'll know if you've met that degree requirement in your planning or not. So that blue star is going to be notated there. And if that's confusing, I know as advisors, sometimes we'll just automatically uncheck the planned courses so we know exactly what is and what isn't left for you. So we can give you that best information possible. And then in your degree audit, there is a total units button. So usually that's on the top right when you pull up your degree audit. It's going to give you kind of a snapshot about where you are in your degree. So for example, this is going to show you that there are 108 units left in this degree plan. And I keep messing that up. It'll show you kind of a snapshot of all of that. So it'll show you how many credits you've brought in and passed, if you've transferred anything, how many you're enrolled in. It kind of gives you that snapshot. So all of our degrees within Pool have 120 credits required to finish them out. And if you transferred a lot of credits, you should see that pulling in here. And then it'll kind of count down for you how many credits you have unmet or remaining for your degree. So if you have transferred in a lot of credit, this is going to be a helpful spot for you. And one of the reasons that I bring this up is because as advisors, we usually tell students to stick around the 15 credit mark every semester. And so if we break down 120 credits for our degree into 8 semesters, fall, spring for 4 years, that breaks down to 15 credits a semester. So just kind of know that that is the case, and that can help you as you're identifying how many credits you want to stay on track, how many credits you want if you want to graduate early, different things like that. We can use this total unit screen to help figure that out. And all of you should have this. It's going to be a little different with management first year because it's not taking into account all 120 credits. But that's where the what if degree audits, when you start pulling those up and playing around with those, can help you kind of plan long term. Any questions there? Okay. So I did want to just provide a couple different resources as well. So we've got some videos here that are linked, and this is going to be something that you can look at on your own. I'm going to add it to the Moodle site, and some of them might already be in there, but some videos about, again, how to navigate the degree audit manually, how to use your degree audit to decide what classes to take, and the swap to waitlist video. So those are always super helpful. And then I also want to remind you to, if you haven't already, go in and complete the 2026 Springboard. Make sure you have that Google Form certification complete. Once that's complete, June 1st, those holds will be removed and you'll be able to register. And so that's one important piece to remember. And then also just start playing around with your shopping cart, start adding things in, seeing how your schedule will work out. Don't panic if you don't have it perfect on June 1st. We're going to be here all summer and we'll be around for orientation to kind of help you tweak and make any changes. But really take advantage of the wait lists that are there. So those wait lists are going to help you to figure out if you're able to get into those classes. So take advantage of those if there is a class that is full. All right, so we have some time now for questions. If you guys have any questions, now is a great time to ask.